I was asking if there could be a potential form of harm that involves the model subtly undermining its own reliability in ways that increase user dependency. In other words, could an attack take the form of encouraging covert over-reliance by shaping user behavior to trust or need it more, even when that reliance is not beneficial? There's like been some research regarding the potential harmful impacts of, even like youth over relying on AI models. Given the for-profit context, does the model in effect come to value its own continued use over its actual benefit to the human? As a social technical scholar, what concerns me most is the covert and often invisible ways harms can be enacted. And I was also curious, just how are the priorities and focus areas of your research determined moving forward in this area? And to what extent are these subtler forms of misalignment being centered? I don't
Hmm.
know a lot there, but if any of that.
We already know that the chatbots are sycophantic. You give Claude some ridiculously stupid idea, and it comes back to you saying you're brilliant and you've had an amazing insight, and you get a shot of dopamine, and now you want to keep on chatting to the model and doubling down. You can waste a lot of time, but like you try and prompt the model to really be like contrarian in your ideas, and it just keeps on being sycophantic. This is like very frustrating. And I think like my friend was telling me about a taxi driver who was saying how they've been chatting to ChatGPT about these crazy conspiracy theories and now how these ludicrous ideas of how the US government was controlling people that ChatGPT had reinforced. There's like two reasons why this happens. One is just like a mistake. You optimize the model on user preference data, and there's a reward hack here where the model just learns to satisfy like the weak points of human preferences rather than like what will be like long range one. And maybe there's also like bad labeling where the model, like humans gave a thumbs up to something which they should not have given a thumbs up to, like it was clearly wrong. And the model might learn like short circuits to maximize human happiness rather than doing something meaningfully important for their long range happiness. The other problem might be that like if you're deploying a chatbot, you have an incentive to retain the user on that chatbot page. And there could be intentional programming of like sycophancy or manipulation by the developers. I don't know how you'd audit that apart from doing large scale simulations of how the chatbot's behaving, and seeing whether or not it's like happy to try and manipulate the user into clearly false beliefs, and whether or not we can make some evals out of that be interesting, but it seems hard to do.